Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to this session on chord inversions. Before I go any further, I want to point you to the acoustic guitar unit. At the end of the acoustic guitar unit, I did a couple of videos where I cover actual chord inversions for 6 of the keys that we play in most often, which are C, D, E, G, A, and B. And I walk you through, on the acoustic, the primary voicings that I like to play for the 1, the 2 minor, the 1 over 3, 4, 5, 6 minor, 5 over 7, and the 1 again. And I walk you through that slowly. So head over to the acoustic guitar unit and really watch all of it. It's really helpful as you're a rhythm player as well. But on this specific session, we're going to focus on what we call triads. Now a triad has the word tri in it. It just means 3. It just means 3 notes. And basically, a lot of times in electric guitar world, we're playing triads with a driving delay or a little bit of drive, and we're playing 3 notes, or sometimes we're just playing 2 notes, but we still kind of call them triads, even though by definition that's wrong if we're only playing 2. But we just call them triads, and it's kind of in the higher strings, higher register, and it's really a lead guitar or kind of EG1 voicing in the context of the mix. So for this, we're going to focus on that. And on this, I'm really going to focus on 2. There are more than 2, and we'll cover more of those maybe at another unit. But I like to call this first one the 1-5-1 root position. And I only say that because the 1, the B, we're in the key of B. The 1, it just has a 1, a 5, and a 1. And most of my chord inversions are just focused right here in this box, right here. And so the other one that we'll talk about is the D formation as your 1, the D formation triad, which really just means play a D major chord without the D. Just play these 3 fretted strings and slide them anywhere on the neck. There's the B. And so we're going to cover the 1 through all of the inversions, all of the Nashville numbers that we've talked about. Check out our meta theory unit 4 as well. It'll help you understand some of the things that we're saying. But let me go through these 2 inversions. So the 1-5-1, here's your 1 chord. I'm not going to break down every note that we're playing in this for the sake of time. But if you have any questions about this, you can hit us up. Here's the 1, which is a B. Here's a 2 minor, which is a C sharp. A 1 over 3 is a B over D sharp, and really I just play this one here for that. And then a 4 is an E, which you could play the D formation, slide it up 2 frets, which is 2 half steps, which would be a whole step. But on that E, I end up playing this voicing right here. So 1, 2 minor, 1 over 3, which is a B over D. A 4 is an E. 5 is an F sharp, which is that same D formation, slid up to the 5, the F sharp here. A 6 minor is a couple options here. There's just this. It's a true minor triad. Or they're both minor triads, just different roots. And then a 5 over 7, I'm playing the 5, and I throw this in there. Back to the 1, where you can play this half bar chord here. So 1, 2, 1 over 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 over 7, 1. A lot of options inside of that. So commit that to memory, and you can move that same voicing, which is all in the box, up to any key that you want. And just a little tip, I typically play that anywhere from the key of B, which is kind of starting on the 4th fret here, all the way up to the key of F sharp. Once I get to G up here, you can play it up here, and every now and then I'll play voicings there. I typically default to the other inversion that we'll show you in a second here. but you can play in the key of B, great, the key of D, sorry, great here. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Again, this is the one I call kind of the D form inversion. And if we're staying in the key of B, that's right here. So let me walk you through these. Here's the 1. It's a true major triad. It's just got the 5 on the bottom of it. 2 minor. 1/3. I end up playing just the 1 and the 3 here, and the 3 isn't even on the bottoms. So I'm just basically playing that D form again, and just kind of not playing this note. So 1, 2, 1/3, 4. Sometimes I'll just sus this and cause it to be a 4, and not play that. So 1, 2, 1/3. 4 or 4. Notice that voicing right there. I'm playing an E. That's the same exact voicing that is the 1 of this 1-5-1 voicing. So these finger placements cross over both of these. That's an E, 4. 5 is F sharp. 6 is G sharp minor. 5/7. Back to the 1. And if I were to kind of just mess around and play between those two voicings, let me show you an example of that. I'm going to throw a little bit of a verb and delay on here so you can kind of get an idea of what that might sound like. So just an example of how you can blend between those two voicings. Sometimes you'll only be in one of them for the whole song, and sometimes it's easier to start here and then slide up to the other one. And so if you really familiarize yourself with all 7 inversions in both placements, you'll find that your library of riffs and inversions will just kind of flow out of you really nicely, and you'll be able to hear things as you interpret music a little bit better as you commit these to your ear and to your hands. So, hey, dig into this, and again, don't miss the acoustic guitar unit, instrument unit, where we talk about the chord inversions. If you have any questions about any of this, let us know.